Welcome everyone to your channel that gives you the power of knowledge in the form of ADP for learning. I am Ashish. Today we will look forward second time in this part 2 to the other health conditions that involve our microbiome. As in the last video we learned about 5 health conditions that involve the role of our microbiomes. These were acne, antibiotic-associated diarrhea, asthma or allergies, autism, and autoimmune diseases. Today we will see other popular health conditions or diseases that occur due to an imbalance of microbes. The sixth well-known name is cancer. There is some evidence to suggest that microbes may indirectly contribute to cancer. For instance, some microorganisms can produce inflammation, which seems to raise the chance of developing cancer. A number of microbes also have more direct connections to cancer. Cancers of the stomach and esophagus are linked to the Helicobacter pylori bacteria, a common cause of stomach ulcers. Several viruses can also cause cancer, the sexually transmitted human papillomavirus, popularly known as HPV. You can check a detailed video on sexually transmitted diseases due to human papillomavirus in my previous video. Can you really get cancer from having sex? Debunking the myths. In your own learning channel, ADP for Learning. Another sexually transmitted disease caused due to Epstein-Barr virus or EBV. The cause of mononucleosis is linked to lymphomas, that is cancerous white blood cells, and other cancers. Also, hepatitis B and C significantly increase the risk of liver cancer. The seventh hot example is dental cavities. You probably already know that consuming a lot of foods that are sticky and sweet causes cavities. However, did you know that there were germs involved? Numerous microorganism species can be found in dental plaque, the sticky film that builds up on our teeth when we don't brush. A handful of them are bacteria that produce acid as a byproduct when they consume sugar. You can also check a detailed video on the dark side of sugar, uncovering its mysterious effects on our bodies, in your own learning channel, ADP for Learning. Now come back to the main topic of dental cavities again. As cavities are caused by the acid eating through the strong outside enamel of our teeth. Infection can then result from bacteria growing inside our teeth. We remove the bacteria when we brush our teeth. Certain types of oral bacteria are more common in patients with many cavities than in people with healthy teeth. It turns out that although our mouths are home to a wide variety of germs, just a small number of them actually cause cavities. We might eventually be able to purchase a mouthwash that kills these bacteria, preventing tooth decay. The good news is that we are aware of how to prevent cavities, limit our intake of sweets, and clean our teeth at least twice daily. The eighth most common example is depression and anxiety. Yes, you have heard it correctly. We are only beginning to understand the connections between our microbes and behavior. Doctors have long known that certain infectious microbes can influence behavior. For instance, the rabies virus causes insomnia, agitation, and fear of water, while the Protus Toxoplasma gondii takes away rodents' fear of cats. So it shouldn't have been surprising when researchers found that some microbe-related intestinal disorders are associated with anxiety, depression, and other mental symptoms. The vagus nerve runs between the gut and the brain, carrying information in both directions. Stimulation of the vagus nerve is sometimes used to treat depression. So the question can come into mind, could future treatments for anxiety and depression involve manipulating gut microbes? Interestingly, skin appears to be part of this connection as well. Patients with the skin condition acne rosacea have a higher incidence of depression than the general population. And some evidence suggests that swallowing certain types of bacteria may improve both the acne and the depression. The ninth example is a disease that was once popularly known as rich man's disease, is diabetes. You can check my other 2 videos that help you in establishing the relationship between insulin and diabetes and sleep. So after a little self-promotion, now I am coming back to our topic of diabetes. The hormone insulin signals our cells to take up sugar from our blood. People with type 2 diabetes are less responsive than normal to insulin. They are insulin resistant. Without treatment, blood sugar levels can become dangerously high, gradually damaging the kidneys, eyes, blood vessels, and nerves. Type 2 diabetes is much more common today than it was few decades ago, and its rise may have come from our shift to a high-fat, high-sugar diet. Changing what we put into our guts can shift the population of microbes that live there. Researchers in Amsterdam have shown that it may be possible to shift microbial communities back to a healthier state. Obese men with insulin resistance received microbes from thin, healthy men. After just 6 weeks, the obese men were more responsive to insulin, and their blood sugar levels dropped to healthier levels. The 10th example in our series is of eczema, also known as psoriasis, or dermatitis. Eczema is an allergic skin condition that leaves sufferers with patches of red, itchy, scaly skin. Like with other allergies, eczema may result from an improperly trained immune system. Patches of skin with eczema have different microbes living on them than healthy skin. Researchers don't know if these differences are causing eczema or if the eczema is causing differences. But even if the microbes aren't the cause, they may offer opportunities for treatment. We know that certain microbes produce compounds that keep our skin healthy. Future eczema treatments may come in the form of a cream that nurtures beneficial microbes, or maybe even a cream that contains some of the microbes themselves. Thank you for coming to the amazing journey of learning. We will cover the remaining examples of diseases that are caused due to microbiome in our third video tomorrow at the same time. Meanwhile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.